So for those of you thinking of buying a Volkswagen Tiguan, I just thought I'd let you know some of the things that have gone wrong. I've driven two of these now, and actually about three of them, from the older version, the original one, the 2016, which is the same shape as this, and this one, which is 2018, which is just about to go back, and obviously I'll drive the next one. Now, there's a couple of things with these worth noting if you're buying one. I didn't buy one, this is a lease car. But the first thing is this sensor up here. Up there is some kind of collision avoidance type sensor, and on this one it seems to work quite well. On the 2016 and 17 version, this is a major bug in it, which I'm amazed Volkswagen haven't owned up to, and that is if a leaf or something drops off of a tree as you're driving along and touches that sensor, this damn thing slams its brakes on like you're about to hit a wall. It's amazing the airbags don't go off. So I was driving up through Norfolk, 12 o'clock at night, something like that. All of a sudden, in this case, it was a big moth thing, flew onto the sensor, and the car just jabbed on the brakes like it was going to have an accident, and he went straight through the field. Total and utter nightmare. Anyway, it doesn't seem to do it on this one, which is a 2018, and I've done 11,000 miles in it. Next really annoying thing on this one, which I don't think they had on the 2016, is the petrol filler cap or diesel filler cap. You undo it, it's got this thing in here, and I needed to get a fuel can in there once, and I could not get one in there for love and money, and it's just totally utterly unnecessary. Right, moving on. So we're inside now, and this one has got SatNav. And the SatNav is, to be honest with you, I can't even describe how bad and useless it is. If you're going to buy one of these, do not pay any money for the SatNav other than, oh look, there's a tourist attraction outside the window, what's it called, or something like that. Because seriously, I had this down near in Cornwall somewhere, and programmed in, put the same thing into Google Maps. This thing came up with like 140 miles. Google Maps was something like 100, bizarrely. And then when I get to the end of a T-junction, the stupid SatNav says follow the road ahead, and the arrow and the red line goes left and right at the T-junction. It's just totally and utterly bizarre. I actually took a photograph of it. Unfortunately, I haven't got it to upload because you wouldn't even believe it. It was literally T-junction left and right with no oral instruction. Absolutely shocking. The final thing is the stop-start is beyond useless as well. I mean, seriously, it stops when you don't want it to. You then park at a traffic light. Just as you're about to pull away, the car cuts itself out. And it's nearly taken me out twice when you think, all right, there's a gap, I'm going to go, and the car switches itself off. Meanwhile, you stood like in traffic, you're going along, red lights everywhere, nothing. It sits there ticking along like it's as happy as mud. So that's useless. Other than that, it's actually a very, very good car. It's I've just ordered another one. That'll be delivered in a month's time. This one's just about to go. So I can't fault in that way, but I just thought if you're going to buy one, these are the things that are different in the slightly early versions. This one is better, definitely. This is the 2018 model. It's definitely better. The touchscreen is nicer. I'll switch it on. Over there. There we go. It takes the usual thing where by the time it's booted up, you're already out the door and gone. That's the only thing about Volkswagens is when you switch them on, as you can see, you want to boot up the SatNav. About a week later, it actually boots up, bizarrely. My God. You can see here that it's averaged in 11,000 miles, 40.8 miles per gallon, an average speed of 25, which suggests that's predominantly urban. So it's not too bad, I guess, for a car of this size and this weight. So the last of the bugs that we've had in it is you can see that it's trying to connect to a Samsung Galaxy, which belongs to me. And what you do tend to find is that with the Bluetooth app on this one is rubbish compared to the previous version. So it seems to have got worse. So when you connect your phone to it and you dial, it permanently says hanging up. And then when you do hang up, it still says hanging up. And then when you dial someone else, it says that you're talking to the person that you were previously talking to on the screen. So I just don't get it with Volkswagen. I mean, they should have been able to iron that out after about 20 years of mucking around with Bluetooth, but clearly not. These things are perpetually having software upgrades as well when you do a service, and you notice things like it says it's got voice control, which it has, but it appears to be a subscription service. You've got to pay money to unlock it, and you and I both know the software is already on there. and all you're doing is giving them another 250 quid to unlock the damn thing. So that's a bit annoying, but overall, as you can probably tell, I'm getting another one, so it's actually a pretty good car. You know, all cars have their problems, but these are just the annoyances that if you are buying them, what to expect. If you remember my previous video some years ago about the leaking sunroof on the first version, this one doesn't have a sunroof because of that, and you don't see many that do for that matter. And that's pretty much it. That's what it's like to own one, and they are all the bugs I've come across.